See?
Yep.
Nailed it. To have
Nailed it.
to have a nap 2 times a day or only once. I mean, well, it's a debatable question at a certain point in time.
It is a very debatable question. So yeah, I was gone for a couple of days. It feels like a week. And so we didn't do Roundup yesterday. We're gonna do it today. I'm still loading up some screens here, so we'll get to that. But Jimmy, you got to tell me about like what that epic neon space is like. What happened there? Because that looked like I missed a ridiculously good time.
Dude, man, like that blew me away. I knew who, like I kind of knew a little bit about them, but it was super cool.
All right, good talk. Yep. This is the way we work with munchkins around. It is what it is. One of my favorite things too is when anytime we're having a meeting with Dre, his kid will just like run by in a cape and a Superman thing, like wee the whole time. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind this at all. All right, so let me pull the thing up here. Well, you know what else we got to do today, Jimmy? Maybe on this show, so that we can leave more time for Seth. When we do the pools walkthrough, is I haven't taken anything out of that KZDAO, the community account, in like forever. I don't even know what's in there. So we could do that. Oh, and the other thing too, Wednesday, I met the guy that created that boat ramp thing, and we're doing like a big race. I was thinking about maybe as like some of the community funds, like maybe we could do a prize out of the KZDAO
on this Wednesday.
Yeah. I think it's like noon. I think it's like noon though. I think it's like daytime, our time.
Oh, nice. That's very cool. Yeah. So I can answer that question now, apparently. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah. So I met, they've been hanging out in the Uplift. They've been doing some stuff. And, I got to know Lewis Ramsey a little bit through Telegram. And, he wanted to come on, and I said, yeah, sure. And he said, like, can the team come on? And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Like, usually we don't do that, but like, yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Right. Like,
yeah,
it's not that we have a problem with it. It's just, so we adjusted the time a little bit because they're all California time, and they got on there, and like, it was one of the coolest interviews I've ever had because they're all like high school buddies. They're all like,
oh, cute.
Like, yeah, like old school high school buddies that like started hanging up and hanging out, and like they had some really nice things to say about us, like which helps me like them even more than I did before.
Right. We accept bribery and praise.
Yeah, like apparently, like they've been watching our show for a while. They were really excited. They were willing to get up super early, but even though I wanted to move it a little bit. And what they've got going on in the Uplift, which like I was mesmerized. We just did a tour. It's nuts, right? Like they're so good, and like they've got these weird like I don't know, time warp things with lights that are happening, and they're basically starting out by creating Genesis Street in their own kind of little world, which is now kind of become part and parcel of what's in the Uplift, and they're creating these signs, these neon signs, NFT signs that are basically going to go on all of the shops on their street. And like,
yeah, that's so cool.
Really cool. Yeah. And so I'm excited to have them back again when they get their actual release. But it was super fun. We did a marble, like they do marble races for the community. Like these guys are like, I like, they're new, but they're like the community leaders that we love, right? Like they're like the Sammy Snakes. They're like the Ashes and the NFT army. They're like these, groups of people that have kind of come together and they do hold events, right? Like the marble races, they do that daily. They give away Aether like every day, basically.
That's awesome.
They pulled like
what's a marble race?
Yeah, so I won, so I don't really care.
I won. Fuck, whatever. Who cares what it is?
So basically, it's kind of like I guess you get all of these marbles on the top. Hi, how are you? No, you're not coming up. She can't go live. No, yeah, no, you don't. We don't go live with you. But basically, you get all these marbles at the top of this course, and then they let them go, and the first person to get the marble in to the little bucket at the end or the little box at the end, they're the winner. And
did they do that like live or something?
Yeah, they do it live, and they actually attach a wax. They attach a wax address to like every marble, so you can see where your marble is in the race, like on the thing. And it was great. I was in the running like the first 3 times. I was like in the top 3. The first 2 times, I got I got beat out at the last minute, but somehow I ended up scoring a promo NFT from the win on the final one, which was really sweet. So that was exciting. But yeah, you got to meet them. You love what they do. Like they're just really fun. And like I was so into the marble race, and it was Monuments' day for me as well, because they said, "Oh yeah, we're already in game. We already like walked over to like yours and Corey's pot for the monument." I'm like, okay, well I guess we'll do the monuments over there. So I actually put my first gratitudes up on our monument as well, and they were all there, and it was pretty.
That's fun. Cool. That's cool that they all joined you at the tower.
Yeah,
that's fun. That's fun. Oh, see, yeah, I gotta get into their Discord. Man, it's on my list today to like go through. I know there's a lot of people that have sent me DMs in Discord and messages and stuff. Thank you. I will be responding to those before I take off for a week. I suppose we should chat about that at some point. I'm gonna be gone forever, and by forever I mean 7 days. It's gonna feel like forever though. Kind of.
Yeah. Well, what did you do? You just said to me it was like you.
Yep, I did. Yeah, we're going to Key West. My wife Airbnb'd like a nice little sailboat, and we're just gonna live on the sailboat in Key West Harbor for a few days. Which I
meant you just said to me like 2 days felt like a week. So I wonder what a week's gonna feel like.
A month? Yeah, it's crypto time, right? So like at least times 5, if not times 10. All right, so weekly roundup. I think we're gonna have to like I was saying, we're gonna have to chat about the case of Jow count, like the donating everything from that. And I think like the vast majority of it is going to our community Aether mine, which is something we should probably take a look at today as well, because I haven't actually been in there. We might have time this show or time next time. And we should probably talk about Yoshi coins, because oh my god, we messed things up with that. And by mess things up, I mean like in a good way, not in a bad way. It's like terribly worded. We dropped 1 million NFTs. Pretty sure that's never been done, because most people think that would be crazy, but it's not. We have a plan, and it is good. So anyway, yeah, we did weekly roundup last week, so that's fun. Monday chill with the Hustle House. I mean, every time we have Hustle over, it is super duper amazing. It's a technical term. And hey, I am. Good morning. And good morning to all of you guys. Actually, it's, like seeing your names in here, it's funny. Like it's not funny, I guess, but sort of.
It's been like 3 days. You missed.
You know, that's what I'm saying, right? Like Tech Geek and Chris Barnes. All these guys. Humble Drawings. I've been seeing all your guys' tweets and stuff. Anyway, you guys rock. So Jen's awesome show. She interviewed Chris from Blockchain Cards. Hello. This is me. I'm not showing off my nipples, but I am though. Sorry. Love this shirt. Got my Alpha Wings tee. Anyway, so I'm sure that was fantastic. I think they went into his history. He's like an OG crypto guy. He's been around for quite a while. And Tech Talk on a Tuesday, we had our Matic Polygon DeFi walkthrough. Just some basic stuff about how to actually get onto the Polygon blockchain to start messing around with their stuff via MetaMask.
Like I really enjoyed that, and I think we're gonna have him back maybe to do one with one on a couple other platforms, maybe Aave. We might be able to get one on.
That'd be good. Yeah, I've never been on there. We could do Binance Smart Chain too, because I've been messing around with that, and then I can get everyone in on my stupid bunny fascination. After the flash crash for Bunny, I just bought a bunch more because the team reacted in such an amazing way. They had this giant, long description of what happened, and it was like a price hack, right? Like people were basically getting flash loans and then basically screwing with the swap and managed to extract a lot of money out of it that way. Which was like an interesting sort of vicious attack, but like none of their vaults got hacked or anything like that, right? So it's basically just like a thing. They got like a couple fixes for it, whatever. And it had gone from $30 to $500. I'm like, well, that's crazy. And they created a whole other pool to do some distributions, whatever. I'm just like if I had suffered or our team had suffered a problem this big, I'm not sure that I could have handled it better. So I bought a bunch more, which is really fun. Avagachi, NFT, Aave, and Polygon in one. I don't know what that is. Oh, Avagachi is NFT, Aave, and Polygon in one? See, we're going to have to figure out what that is. And yes, I got a haircut. It is what it is. Yes. So yeah, it was good. I love the idea too, Jimmy, of doing some more of those. So Media Moguls, we had Yoshi on where we actually talked about Yoshi drops and what was going to be happening. And a lot of stuff happened. I can tell you, M Blue and I have been talking for a long time every day, even while I was technically not at work, about the burn upgrades for Yoshi and about how we're going to handle the upliftium mining, and how we're going to handle the different levels that the people are going to get through the burn upgrade system, and what kind of cool, he describes them as big smileys, like what kind of big smileys people will get for the different levels and stuff. And we got some really, really fun ideas. So, but I'm going to wait until we announce stuff officially for that, just so that I don't, screw anything up.
Yeah, we totally need a big smiley show.
Right? Yeah, it's just the big smiley show. It's like that's where things happen. Big smiley, giveaways, etc. So yeah, NFT game day. We had Sammy Snake and Nerd for King on. I freaking love these dudes. Like they're just super good dudes. And of course I got to play the Sammy Snake song, which was really fun. Yeah, I'm excited to see if they're still doing this kind of thing in a year. What does it look like, Jimmy?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Like there's a lot of community leaders that are coming out and building communities, and we're lucky enough that we have some OG crypto people in our mix that come on our show, people like Ken Bozak or people like Anders, right, that have been doing this for a long time. Yep. And now we're starting to meet some of these groups of people that are maybe starting a little bit after that. So it'll be interesting to see, because I'm not really sure where they're going to head, whether they're going to end up, staying with the community thing, whether they're going to go on to do something else. But it's going to be cool either way, I think. The trajectory that they take will really determine, where they are. And I have no idea where that's going to be, but I like where it's going. I like the community aspect behind it.
Yeah, me too. Good vibes. And really, they're making strides on the tech side, but just to serve, the community, right? What they're doing with fractionalized and tokenized collections of real estate, huge companies are trying to do that. Yeah. That's half their business model now. That's probably not true, but a big part of their business model now is doing fractionalized actual real estate, right? And it's not really different. They're just leveraging that idea, and it's all this beautiful sort of ethos of shovel can change anything, right? Meeting anyone where they're at and onboarding them into this system, right? I've been thinking about this a lot over the last few days too. Is the ability, it seems like, to kind of print money, once you can get in and get, into any asset that has, a decent return. That was always, the challenge trying to invest in silly meat space type stuff is, you're lucky, unless you have 100 grand. And this is true. You're lucky unless you have 100 grand to even get 10%, right? The kind of funds that you're able to access. And there's a little bit of a difference now with things like Wealthfront and there's some democratization of it. But now, it's getting set up so that if you have $5, you can get it in and start creating an asset, right? And again, 10% of $5 is not a big deal, but when you keep at that and keep compounding it, really amazing things can start to happen, right? And so the fact that they just focus on we're going to onboard people no matter where they're at, and get them working in this space, right? Mining on alien worlds, or getting player awards in the uplift, or just it's a beautiful thing, and it's a vision that we share at a really, really high level, because that's always on our mind in the uplift as well.
Yeah, well, we live in a very different world than the people who constructed the world that we live in a way, right? Like the people who constructed the world.
That's well said. And without 10,000 words, Jimmy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like for younger people, there isn't that opportunity to be able to invest money, to be able to do it. So we need people like this, to be able to figure out new ways forward, so that we can have the same opportunities as our parents or our grandparents. I think it's really important.
Yeah, well said. All right, so those guys are fantastic. The Edge of Experience. So what did you guys talk about? And was it 45 minutes?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a little bit longer, but it was a good one, actually. We talked about a lot of cool stuff, but one of the things that we actually got to do at the end was we actually got into the Crypto Finny plot, and we took a little bit of a tour over there. And what those guys are building is really
crazy,
nice.
Hey?
Yeah. They put the backstory in there. We checked out like the smelting room, basically, where the shift is making I think gold, and the streets there. We checked out, like they did something cool. I've never seen this before. They've actually put all the signs up on their gratitude monument empty already. Like it's all laid out, which is really interesting. Like it was really fun to see what they built. Like they've got roads with dotted lines in the middle. Like it's a proper city, as weird as that sounds. Like it's not a city in the uplift, it's like actual a proper city. Like and there's a picture in a comic book when Finny comes to Earth, I guess, and basically their builder replicated that in the world from that picture. And I don't know how he did it. Like it's amazing. It's really amazing. If you have the chance, go check out the Finny build. It's the north west corner of Genesis, and they're going to be doing some really cool things. Yeah, so we talked about that. We talked about Yoshi coins. We talked about what's going on with Yoshi drops. It was actually a really heavy, uplift focused episode, to be honest.
Cool. Sunday gratitude ceremony. Huge thank you to my fam, Jen and Russell, and I think my Aunt Gail was there, and Nick was there. They've been doing the gratitude ceremonies. I've missed the last couple of weeks, just been super busy and working on permissions and stuff with the actual cathedral and stuff. But the fact that it just continues is extremely heartwarming for me. So thank you to those guys. So I do have to say a couple words about this. So Raul, who's every once in a while a correspondent for us here on this channel. We're huge fans. Had my good buddy Bullshit Bulls on, Marty, guy at the bottom here, and Kilroy, who I don't know. They've been and had a kind of wide range of conversation. I'm going to end up in a meeting with these guys because there might be a situation where apparently they're in with the Tron Foundation, and we might be able to create some meaningful connectivity with the Tron blockchain. So that's cool as hell. And apparently they have like an NFT music machine too, which I don't know if we're doing anything that might sort of correlate with that. Who knows? Monday morning.
I think you're bringing up an important thing though, right? Like we are blockchain agnostic essentially in the uplift.
Oh yeah.
Right? Uplift art. Like we're not we use Wax because it makes sense, but we're not going to use Wax forever because Wax is the only blockchain that's ever going to work. I mean, it will probably work forever because it's awesome, but right, like, we're always looking for connections to other places and other blockchains.
Absolutely.
So if you have them, let us know in the comments or hit us up. Right, like if you're an NFT project on another blockchain and you want to come and hang out in our world, come talk to us because that's totally okay. We want you. Like we want more people from other blockchains and places in this ecosystem with us. It's about what we're creating. It's not about, what we're creating it on.
Well said. Again. Damn, Jimmy. You're on fire. So yeah, you had a few people on Monday.
Yeah, it was really fun actually. Like I
cool.
was pretty excited. It was really fun.
That's fun, man.
Yeah.
Hey, is this our first that Media Moguls thing? Is that our first video with over 1,000 views?
I don't know.
I think
it might have been. Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. We've had a few like really high ranking videos, but I don't ever remember seeing anything over 1,000. If I'm honest.
I think it is. That's
nice.
Awesome. Thanks for paying attention, everybody. I think honestly, we just got the Yoshi bump. Is really what happened. It's like that guy went from relative obscurity. I was trying to get people to follow him to just being like a superstar on Twitter like right now, which makes all the sense. He really is that cool in person. So that's fun. All right, so and that was it. So you want to tell us any more about the Neon Space thing? We kind of covered a little bit ago because I was super fascinated that it happened.
Yeah, so we're gonna have them on again when they actually get their release up. So but I'm probably gonna go on their channel next week sometime because they do these marble races, and I just want to go hang out with them and see what other things they're doing and what other things are happening. So we're definitely going to bring them on again soon as their thing goes live. But yeah, go watch it because they're just super fun guys. And just you can tell that they've known each other for a while, right? Like it's interesting to me because I consider you one of my closest friends, along with some other people that we work with and some other people that, we hang out with, people like even Anders, who I have conversations about like non-crypto things with, right?
Yeah.
That's how I had decipher new internet friends from, just like if I can have a conversation with them about things that aren't crypto, then I put them in kind of the friendship.
They move from the like crypto family to like actual friends department.
Yeah. But these guys were different, right? Because like a lot of us, we get in this space and we seek out people that we like hanging out with, people that have similar, concepts as us, similar ideas of us, similar ways of looking at the world. But these guys, they've been doing it, for a while, crypto, but they just came through it all together, which was really cool. So,
whoa. Hey, I just wanted to touch on. Was asking if anyone was having trouble logging into our planet. Excuse me, with the anchor. I was actually just in about 20 minutes ago on 2 different accounts, so he's good. He's good.
So this week we're gonna come live again in about a half an hour with Seth. We're gonna talk about power pools.
Yeah, power pools. I actually messed around with them already. I set up for me a decently sized position because I don't know. And for anyone who doesn't know, like Boyd.app, Boyd was the first real app that I experienced on EOS, and I was around for the Genesis, and it just has always been one of my favorites. Like the fact that I got to interview John was one of my first crypto interviews before I knew Jimmy a long time ago. And I was like fanboying out pretty hard. Like it was the whole thing. And getting to chat with him a few more times, and obviously getting to know Seth and Gary and everybody from the team. Just everything they're doing is really, really cool. And these pools, honestly, I think they're ahead of their time. Because it leverages in a lot of the things that starting to learn about the sort of traditional DeFi space. I'm ingesting, trying to metabolize all of the kind of normal DeFi space, because a lot of the things that we've learned with Alien Worlds and Our Planet, and a lot of the things that we're planning for Upliftium and the different kind of ways that these kind of pools will interact now with NFTs. Like NFT DeFi is going to be a thing, right? And I think it's going to be a thing that has the opportunity to become even bigger than DeFi itself, just because of there's a few specific ways that it becomes more powerful and more contextual. Anyway, so yeah, like that's the impression that I got, from the pools was that like there's something really, really interesting going on here, and I have to learn everything about it. So I got a little position, and I think I did it right. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, and so actually, we forgot to mention we did have one other episode that's on the back channels, which was our roundtable last week, which was pretty cool. We had John and a bunch of other people on there from Eden as well. So,
yep, families, we have them.
yeah, like she's got my temper. If you wouldn't believe it, but like I do have a bad temper at times, and she has my temper. Like you can hear it in the background now. I mean, this is how I felt when Bitcoin, crashed. This is
yeah. Yeah, that whole Bitcoin crash of the month, I was pretty intense. And I don't know if you guys have heard. I firmly believe, I heard a few people say this, and I think this is exactly it. Like it's like the I think the third biggest monthly crash in Bitcoin history. But a huge correction around now in the cycle is really, really normal. And I think the reason why it's bigger is just leverage. Like people are running around with leverage shorts and leverage longs at 100x, right? And that is going to supercharge any move. And I think that just sort of, for me anyway, explains the severity of it. Because like the Elon Musk and all this other shit, like I don't think any of that has any effect on it at all. The news cycle is ridiculous. And really only has effect on players that are operating in the guppy territory, as it were. Anyway, so speaking of our planet,
it seemed to have plateaued out now for about a week. So I mean, it could go down again, but I think like the big spike is over, right? Like it could.
Yeah, I think so.
It could happen
even
again.
If it does. Like I saw one, like this wedge is coming to a close now. It could go down to 27, right? But it's not going to go lower than 27. And then it'll, that'll basically be the exhaustion crash, and then it'll start to, making ground. That's what I think anyway, and we'll see like that. And there's historical context for that I think is well worth paying attention to. Okay, so log it in to Makeza Jow, and just so you guys know, I think you guys all know this already, but this is one of my Our Planet accounts that I am donating permanently to this community. And so that has been super fun. On the Aether side, I have wax and other stuff in here that is mine, and you guys go fuck yourselves. I'm keeping that shit. But the Aether in my little Aether mine is going out to the community here. So let's just bring this up. We can do this together. How much are we gonna get? I don't even know.
Right. I mean, like usually you check every day. It's been a few days now, so this should be good.
Dude, I came back. Yeah, I came back and like I purposefully set it up so that only the anchor on my computer has access to my bigger account for Aether. And I came back and I was like, that's not real. It was only 3 days. It's pretty funny. 1.89 million MFers. That's pretty good. I don't know where we're at on the whole thing or how much donations we would need to actually create a mine. But yeah. So, and here's the thing. I guess I could do this later. I was gonna set aside 100K for the race, but I'll do that on Wednesday. We're
okay. Well, I think you're
the guy that created the ice boat race. Hopefully this works. Check 1 2. Can you hear me, Jimmy?
Okay, now that's better. Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna set aside a little Aether towards Wednesday for the boat race for whoever wins. And I gotta figure out who's actually gonna do that. I think we can only have 6 people racing at a time. So like we might have to do a few different heats. But like I want, as many of the sort of stand-up people, if you want to race, let me know. Like, fire me a DM on Twitter or something. I want to get like the usual suspects hustled, and obviously we should get Nick and Gary to come to that too. I think that'd be a lot of fun to have some people from the team.
Well, we can potentially shill it to the mall on Wednesday, because I think we're going to have like a community leaders Media Moguls type of roundtable thing. So that'd be cool. Get them all there, like get all those communities there, cheer them all on. I think it'd be fun.
Oh man, Edward, really? So many things were invented and maxed in the last few days. So there's like stuff I didn't even get. God damn it, with the missing shit. Well, Dag nabbit. All right. Well, while I'm at this here, I'm gonna send, and I'll write this in here too. So we got. Oh, there's a sign up sheet with heats already, Edward. Oh, that's rad. I didn't know that. That's so good. Cool. As it should be. I think that race might just have to be like the benchmark for supremacy in the space. Like, if you can win that, you're basically the thing.
Right? Yeah, I mean that's yeah. I think it's really fun, right? It's essentially that boat race is like the marble race, except you control the boat. You don't have any control over the marbles, right? Like it's pretty interesting. It's just this big giant thing that, like, you know, you can end up, you know, raking in pride and joy, and the fact that you can race a boat down a hill on ice better than anyone else.
Yes. ODNCQ.wham is our little mining account. I haven't been in there recently either. I'm gonna have to get in there because I think people have been donating NFTs, and I think a couple people even donated like a piece of land and stuff. And that's the thing too. Like anything that gets donated to there that is going to have any kind of mining reward, we're just going to leave it in there, let it build up forever, and just bootstrap it. Obviously, anytime that we want to sort of do anything as a community, we'll sort of like take a gauge and get some ideas and stuff and give that out. We're sort of just in a bootstrapping phase. Everybody's just kind of been content to keep building stuff out because that's been really fun. That has actually been really fun, even though I'm still on a common streak, which is a bunch of bullshit. God dang it. Ugh. Anyway, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
I'd almost like to see an uplift Olympics this summer, right? So like the Olympics are gonna but hear me out, right?
Like a parkour course and stuff. No, I'm already in. Sign me up.
Like the Olympics are gonna happen this year in Japan, but like no visitors are allowed to come to watch. Only the athletes, like because of the situation that we're having. Right. But I mean, I always thought, like, what happens, you know, if you can't do the Olympics anymore? Like, do you just everyone hangs out in their own stadium and like they run, and then those things get sent in? Like, if the world really goes into a massive lockdown, I was pondering this last year, right? Like, what are the other alternatives rather than canceling it? But another serious alternative might actually be the uplift, because we've got this, you know, ice course. There's people that are doing like hunts, like scavenger hunts and things through their builds. Like, I think, like, you know, in honor of the ancient Greeks who decided to pit one another against one another, you know, as a show of good faith and you know, athletic skill, we should do it in the uplift this summer.
What? Wait a minute. Sorry, dude. Did you know that rp.naw.io you can actually claim your shit?
One more time.
rp.naw.io. I'm going to show you guys. Like, it's one of these counter things, right?
One, right?
Yeah. I didn't know you could claim it. So I went in here and it was like 300,000 or some shit. And you can just claim it right there. You just click it. This is I live here now. What the hell? It's also add tokens. I want to add Aether because I just realized that I'm on that other thing over there. I didn't have it just in the Wax wallet for our little mining rig account. This thing is just bananas. So this is the thing. This account that we are building together makes $2,300 a year. Again, the price is going to be variable for Wax and variable for Aether. So like that's just like a super kind of general kind of thing or whatever, right? Time to generate one money is 3 years. No problem. Or one insane community, you know, raise or whatever. Man, this dude is really good. Jimmy, remind me, we just need to like hire this dude. He should just come and work with us.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, right? It's pretty simple, slick, looks
and
good.
It all works.
I mean, like, well, that's important.
Right? I mean, that's what I like. Anyway, so yeah, we're at it looks like we're at 1,700 an hour. I think we got up to that last time, but I think a couple people might have donated some things in the last little bit. Yeah, Nick. I want to meet this Nick dude. Look at this, because this is ridiculous. You just click a little. It's good. Yep. Cool beans. All right, so let's go see how much Aether we actually have in this account now. Oh man, yeah, we already had some from last time. We got 3.34 million. Is that enough for anything these days, there, Jimmy?
I don't know. I mean, it keeps going up and up, but you'd think it would be. I think the last time we tried to do something, it was like 2.1, right? So, I mean, it's only been 3 days.
Yeah, that's maybe helpful, maybe not. I want to see all the new ones they got. Oh, money's still in there. Gold's maxed out though. That's sad. Oh, painting. Oh, that's adorable. It's only 11 million. So 4.9 million for broom. That's cool. 4.4 for gun, and I think that's it. I think we're still gonna need more, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll just have to wait a few days probably to get that done. Yeah, so I mean, gun and prism are almost done, but I'd almost rather do broom or pipe. And that's closer to 5 million. And like I said, we got 3.34 million. So we basically need like a couple million, give or take. And then we'll do it. So it's odncq.wham. And obviously when we get up enough to craft something, we'll craft it on the show. And Nick, I was just bragging like about you like crazy. Assuming that, yeah, I think that's the Nick Custers that built this whole crazy thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And
huge fan.
Come hang out with us if you have time.
Yeah, Nick, we want to chat like on air and off air. We'd love to have you on to show off all the tools that you're making. Because I'm like using them and they're good, and we want to make sure everybody is sending you some donations and some love or whatever. But I'd love to hear about like anything else that you're building, what your game plan is. Like, I think you have a bright future, sir. Assuming that you're not already doing, amazing things other than the stuff that we can see, which is totally possible. I just really love the shit you're building because it's really good. Yeah. I mean, so
yeah, if you're free, come hit us up in Telegram or on Twitter. If you're free, come Friday. I don't think we have anyone on Friday. That'll be a good kind of.
It might be a good ad too, because I think we should get Bonds on. I've been talking to Nazar all weekend. They're doing the final touches and final testing on the Our Planet upgrade. Finally, getting that stuff sorted out. So with any luck, we'll have Bonds on this week to make formal announcements and get all that stuff squared away and running.
Well, the real question is, which bonds are we going to get? Because there's a few of them out there now.
You talking about the gifts? Oh my god. Yeah, that's a whole thing. What? Sorry. All right, so yep. So yeah, Nick, looking forward to chatting with you. You're in Anders Telegram. I gotta see another excuse for why I gotta get on Telegram some more. Oh, that's cool. Just going over Nick's to-do list. Claim all for lands. That's really, really good. More info for lands. This is the other thing too. Like, it'll be awesome to see that kind of thing for the uplift, even though that's gonna be managed on our own database. I think we'll figure that out. Yeah, these are all good additions there, man. It's good stuff. Hey, by the way, Vic, the absolute perfect way to make sure that I don't give anything away at all is to ask for it. Like, I guarantee you, I will never do a giveaway if somebody asks me to do a giveaway. It will not happen. So, sorry. Not sorry.
Do we have a James Bonds NFT? Because that one would actually work. Much better than the housewife or the woman doing laundry or the lady waving like this. kind of disturbing. Bonds' new
Yeah,
personality.
all his gifts. Yeah, they're terrible. Apprentice, don't do a giveaway. Yeah, that almost worked. So close. Type Lambo in the money thing. How do I do that? Because you can you're supposed to be able to set it so that you can see how long something's gonna take, right?
It usually tells you, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, right underneath the dollars on the list. You just put in how long does it take to make any amount of dollars or whatever. I'm assuming it just kind of mutzes up all the math. And if you type in Lambo, it puts in $208,571. That's good stuff.
That's pretty good.
Well played. Well,
we're not going to mint everything. Should we take a recharge before Seth and then come back in 15 minutes?
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Again, if you guys want to donate anything, you can. If not, we'll just wait until my Keizajiao account can fund something cool. We need a couple more million to do it. Yeah, Nick, really good to meet you, man. We want to have you on the show as quickly as possible. And we'll be I'm going to be using your tools. That's always the most amazing sign of something. I never mind going to our planet. This is actually just easier to do. It's super fancy. So yeah, love what you're doing. Really good to see everybody, and we will be back in 15 minutes with Seth from Boyd, who's going to walk us through power pools. They are amazeballs. Everybody's going to want to make sure they check that out because it's DeFi on EOS. And we didn't even need to wait for what was that company that started EOS and then hasn't really done anything except for buy a website and put up a fucking little oh look, we're gonna have a website here, it's gonna be great. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I they've kind of faded into obscurity right now. I think they might come back. I mean, I hear something that
honestly
be bullish, but we don't know. But yeah,
they gotta stop doing hype. They gotta stop doing hype. Because I'll tell you right now, we've been in, what can be described as a hype cycle for the uplift and Yoshi drops, right? We've dropped a bunch of stuff. We made some history. It's freaking amazing. All of my conversations with Blue now are stop fucking having good ideas about stuff we can do. Now we have to deliver, right? Uplifting mining needs to fucking work. And we know what we need to do. It's just work that we need to do to get it done, right? So we make all this hype and all this energy and all this excitement. Cool. Now we have to deliver. We did the same thing with the uplift. Excitement, craziness, stuff that but our community trusts us to get this stuff done, and so we're gonna get it done.
Yeah, but
that's I think why EOS is why Block One is pissing me off so much is that they're not delivering, right? I mean, maybe they did on voice, but it was a shitty idea to begin with. That's a whole other conversation. But this bullish thing, all you got to do is release one product, and they're not doing anything.
And it
drives me mental.
And there's something that you might be a little bit off on there, I think, and that's the fact that we actually don't hype anything. We rarely do we hype stuff. It just hypes itself.
Well, that's true. I mean, I talk when I say I hype stuff, I talk excitedly about the shit that excites me because it's exciting, right? But hypium is fun, and it's not. I think what a lot of people think about hype, they think it's sort of full of air or whatever, and obviously none of our stuff is, right? We feel, I personally feel a deep obligation to make good on the things that we say that we're going to do because so much trust has been put in us. That to me is like a huge deal, and it's an honor. And really, we know we can do this stuff, so it just means we have to get it done. But and again, that's not to say Bullish might actually do something. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe, right? He's but
even if it does, Power Pulse is something unique and different, and it's going to be cool. Either way, right? It's they're I mean, I hope that it does. I hope that they get it right this time. I hope they learn their lessons from voice, and they get their voice back because they really need it, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I think it's just really important that you get people interacting and playing. So. And I will, before we go, I will shout this out as well, because I second and third and fourth and fifth.
Yes, thank you. I was going to mention that too.
Anders is one of our favorite people. He's actually going to be on the show next week on Wednesday. He's going to co-host for me while Corey's away, or with me while Corey's away. But we just might co-host ourselves because Anders is that awesome. All right, 15. Well, I guess 10 minutes now, but we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. We got to unplug and do, private business stuff. Mostly, just take a break and unplug because it's not plugged in directly to our brains yet. So we may as well take advantage of being able to walk away while we still can.
Oh, okay.